All right, we're talking with Tom Mahoney. I always call him the Grand Poobah of the Worcester Hot Dog Safari. But this is a great event every year, and it goes to a great cause. And Tom, how you doing today?
Doing great, doing great. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. How many is this? Are we 14 years? How many years now for the safari?
14. So this is our 14th year. So it's pretty unbelievable.
Yeah, and for people that don't know, Tom and his crew make up a route every year for you to go on the safari. All the finest places that serve hot dogs in mostly central Massachusetts, and then it all benefits the Worcester County Foodbank, right?
That's correct. Yep.
You just announced all the participants. Very surprised to see. I think all of them are within the city limits of Worcester this year. Is that correct?
That's right. So in past years, we've really kind of branched out quite a bit, but we decided this year to kind of bring it all back home and kind of try to stay all within Worcester as much as we could, even within walking distance for some of these places. So, kind of make it easy on people. You park your car once and you get 2 or 3 hot dogs, and you really get to see the city. And I think Saturday's going to be a beautiful day to do it, too.
Yeah, and you're going to need a walk of being a veteran of the participant. Yeah, you're going to need to burn some calories while you're doing this. And so everything starts at Ralph's this coming Saturday, right?
That's right. That's right. So the safari itself takes place Saturday. We start at Ralph's around 11 in the morning. And then basically what happens is you come down and you buy your scorecard and your T-shirts and hats. Then you go out to all the hot dog places and you come back. We want to have everybody's scorecards by 5 o'clock Saturday so we can start tallying them up and have an accurate score by the time we're ready to give the trophy out around 6.
Do you got a big party going on at Ralph's at the end of the day?
Oh, yeah. We always do. So
This
Saturday, what we're really excited about, we have a band coming up from Providence. They're called the Deep Ones, and they're a fantastic surf rock band. And I think really surf rock really, fits the vibe of the safari, end of summer. That's really what you're going to want to hear kind of when you're digesting all those hot dogs.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you can make it to the end and stay for the band, usually I have to lay on my side somewhere and sweat for a little while.
Right.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Woodstock. We'll have some medical tents. You can go lay down on a cot.
Good.
And once you're feeling better, you can get back to it.
Good. I'm glad that's going to be there.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the participants this year. And like you said, some are very close. So the Mummaroo trailer is going to be at Ralph's. Will they be serving like at 11 o'clock in the morning, or will that be not until later in the day?
That's our goal. Our goal is to kind of have those hot dogs ready to go in the morning because, if you were there last year, you saw that the line was probably, a couple hundred people long.
Yeah.
So my thought is that, we're going to have him set up in the morning or as close to the morning as we can so that people kind of at least can knock that one off their list while they're waiting and cut down on like the drive time and the wait time somewhere else.
My big problem with you and the Mummaroo trailer from past couple of years, it was parked in front of a dispensary. And you know what? Man?
It doesn't align with your values. I see it.
Oh,
yeah.
well, not so much that, Tom. I like clean living. Only on Tuesdays between the hours of noon and 3. But by the time I got there, they're gone. I have a feeling it's not just the safari participants. It's everybody going to pick up their supplies at the dispensary, and then they're like, "Oh, I smell hot dogs," and then it's over.
Hey, it's a great business model.
Yes.
These guys are in the business of selling hot dogs. So
right.
More power to them.
And then you've got Off the Rails, and then you've got Dan's Rockin' Cafe, which are right down the street from each other. So that's an easy one, right?
Oh, that's a great one. And what's exciting about that is they're going to allow us to park. There's a parking lot in between those two. So when you're down there getting your hot dog, you can park there and walk to both places, which, the city's not the best in terms of like street parking and things. So we'll put that online to make sure everybody kind of knows that they can park there. But we're really looking forward to Dan's Rockin' Diner sells hot dogs every day of the week. So we're looking forward to kind of what they're going to do for this Saturday. And Off the Rails is just a great place in general. So, what their take is going to be, I'm not quite sure, but I assume it'll be some type of Nashville take
Hmm.
on a hot dog, which is really exciting.
Yeah, their food is excellent. And then who are the other participants you have in the city?
So then we have Bay State Brewery is going
Okay.
to be in it this year.
Nice.
And they generally do a foot-long chili dog. Now, I don't know if they're going to do that this Saturday. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
And it's a great spot to go, before a Woo Sox game.
Yeah.
And, not unlike the other participant we have, which is the White Eagle, which is just down the road from there.
Classic.
And the White Eagle is one of my favorite places. My family's been going there for generations, but that's another great spot. You go over there before you go to the Woo Sox, and you have a Polish plate, and it just doesn't get better than that. So they'll be doing a Polish hot dog on Saturday,
Nice.
which should be really interesting. And then the last place we have is kind of the only outlier, but it's probably going to be the most exciting hot dog, and that's going to be at Wooden Bar.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah.
Yes. Those guys are really great guys, and they're always looking to do interesting, exciting things. So they wanted to be in it, and we were all too happy to have them. And they're located at the old Playoff Arcade. So anybody who grew up in Worcester remembers there used to be this old arcade behind Ramco, and that's where they're set up. And I can't wait to see what those guys come up with.
This is the place that's like behind Breen's, right?
Somewhat. It's almost between Breen's and Price Chopper.
Okay, just to give people a
little
reference. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, you're probably going to want to park at Price Chopper and walk over, or park on Knowlton, which is the street it's technically on. But it's off in that little world there. But that's a cool little area. It's, it's kind of a historic Worcester neighborhood a little bit. So I think people will really appreciate getting over there.
And they're mostly known, correct me if I'm wrong, for like great ramen. Is that right?
Yeah. And all sorts of other things. It seems like a great fusion restaurant. So you go online and they're doing all sorts of different pop-ups and things like that. And, I've just never known anybody who didn't have a great experience over there. So, like I said, I don't know what they're going to come up with, but I'm really excited.
Yes.
About it.
Very exciting. Very exciting. Well, this is great. I love how it's all within the city, and a lot of it's easy to get to, walking distance. That makes it easier. Sometimes I can't fit my massive gut behind my wheel, after a few places. And
then irresponsible.
Yeah. And then get to Ralph's early at 11 and get those cards and buy that merch because, the money goes to the Worcester County Foodbank. Oh, I wanted to mention there's kind of like a pre-celebration for the sort of late show is doing it at Off the Rails this coming Friday night, right?
That's right. So actually we have two kind of early safari pop-up type things where if you pre-ordered a shirt or you wanted to kind of get a chance at some early merchandise and scorecards so that you can start early on Saturday. On Thursday, we're going to be set up at the White Eagle from 6 to 8, and then at 8, we're going to move up to Beyond Wrestling, which everybody loves Beyond Wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
So
love it.
We'll be up there selling shirts and things, and if you wear your safari shirt, you'll get in at a discounted rate.
Nice.
And then Friday's really exciting. It'll be at Off the Rails at 8 o'clock. That's the Sort of Late Show with Sean Connolly and Woot and Annie Comedy, and they're going to do kind of a special hot dog themed edition of their talk show, which is going to be a lot of fun, and that's really exciting.
Yeah, that's always a fun time. Is the Sort of Late Show is great, and it's all very local, and they find a lot of humor in the city, and
totally.
Yeah, it's great stuff. Well, Tom, looking forward to it. And then where can people go? Like a central place people can go to get all this information.
I really find Instagram has kind of become our social media platform. So I've kind of worked to do a lot of very straightforward infograms. So you can go on there and you can find out what the safari is, how you participate, dates and times and addresses will all be on there. So that's going to be the best place to go and check this information out.
Awesome. And what's the handle on Instagram? Just Worcester Hot Dog Safari?
Yes, Worcester Hot Dog Safari. Once you get there, you'll know you're in the right place.
That's right.
So.
You definitely will. All right. Well, Tom Mahoney, thanks again for doing this. Thanks for taking your time. Looking forward to it on Saturday.
Awesome. I'll see you then.